Jai Shri Krishna. Today, I would like to speak about the economy of 2022, a very important and significant subject that needs a lot of analysis and depth in research. I've already talked about this subject in several videos in the past. You may refer to them as well. And our esteemed viewers had also requested a deeper analysis of specific date ranges for the economy, which is also very important. So in today's video, I would just like to combine a gist of whatever we're going to discuss, especially relating to the economy and how it's going to affect the world in the next 2 to 3 months, a very short range prediction for the economy with detailed analysis on particular dates. We're going to have a look at these particular situations in today's video. So first of all, is the economy really strong? This is a fundamental question that many technical analysts are really finding it difficult to answer. One thing is, it's very easy to see that the economy is not strong at the moment. It is at a pumped up stage, which means that it is strong just because of a pump in the amount of money that is circulating because of the excess printed supply that different central banks have done over the last 1.5 years. And this has fueled an unprecedented surge in most markets, causing a ballooning bubble. And this has been so big that many markets, despite having a insignificant economic recovery, several markets have jumped a lot. And this is understandable because of the excessive money printing by several central banks. The question now is, when is it going to burst? Certainly it is going to burst, and I've been talking about this in my previous videos. Despite many technical analysts stating that stock markets will reach record highs in the first quarter of 2022, many stock market indices would reach record highs, and also there would be a great January. But contradictory to what the technical analysts said, we just saw a very bearish January. And it was the worst January for the market since the 2008 when we had the global financial crisis. So we're actually at a very significant point in history of economy at the moment, and decisions need to be taken very carefully, not only for the investors but also for the common man, as this crisis is reaching even the common man now. So first of all, history teaches us several lessons. One, we have geopolitical crisis at the moment, and number two, we are having unprecedented levels of money circulating, and therefore this bubble needs just a tiny pinprick in order to explode. One very important thing I would like to tell you all, that a Kalasarpa Yoga has started on the 10th of December 2021, and I've spoken about this in detail in my previous video about the Kalasarpa Yoga. You can refer to that video, and that video would give you deeper insights into how exactly I predicted the fall of the markets in January, and that will also have several answers for questions, so I would recommend watching that first. So now, first of all, we understand the economy isn't strong. So what is going to happen next? It is a bubble and it is going to burst. There is going to be a significant and major correction, and it's going to be very much short term, and it is going to ground the markets to reality. I don't mean the economy is going to collapse and everything is going to come to zero. That would be foolish to say. I am just telling you all since the very beginning that starting December 10, 2021, there is going to be a very powerful and significant crash, especially between March and April. And I have not delved deep into the exact dates, and that is why we are making today's video. When is that? The interesting date today is March 16, 2022. This is when the markets will actually reach a very much grounding phase, wherein many of these sky high dreamy markets would come down to reality. Why? Because on the 16th of March, the south node of the moon and the north node of the moon are actually moving from their most bullish positions of Vrishabha, which in Sanskrit means the bull, and Vrishchika, which means the scorpion, to Mesha and Tula Rashi. Now if we just look at Tula is the sign of the balance. It brings balance in the markets. This is nothing negative. It brings balance in the markets. There is nothing bad or evil about what's happening. In fact, it is a blessing in disguise. We need a major correction, or else it's only the rich who will continue getting rich, and the poor will continue getting poorer, and the economy will continue getting disturbed, while some people might get rich off this entire scenario. So one thing is very clear: there is going to be a major significant correction no matter who or what happens, starting the 16th of March. Before that, there might be short-lived volatile timeframes, and it's extremely risky. So I've advised most people to stay out of the markets during this time frame. And starting the 16th of March, there is going to be this powerful yoga when Ketu is pulling out of Vrishchika Rashi and entering the Tula Rashi, and Rahu is making a similar move out of the sign of the bull, that is Taurus or Vrishabha Rashi, and entering Aries. So this brings a very bearish stance on several fronts, especially bringing down the sky-high markets to a grounding level. And this will affect every one of us. One thing, we're having a very big inflation rate. The official inflation rate, I feel, is actually underestimated, and I feel the inflation is in fact at very high levels. Taking an average, it could be anywhere between 10 to 20% in fact, and the 7.6% seems to be an understatement or just an overseen average. I would say it's somewhere between 10 to 20%, although we're not very sure, but it's very precarious, and it means that something special is going to happen after the 16th of March. Of course, we all know that there is also going to be a Federal Reserve meeting, and this also coincides with the exact time frame of the end of the era of easy money. So I think this is going to be the most significant sentence in today's video. We are facing the very imminent end of easy money, and I just posted a detailed post on this in my previous video, talking about the 18th of February and how it would impact several markets and how it would bring down the crypto market to a significant level, which we also saw. We saw crypto markets coming down, especially the price of Bitcoin crashing several $1,000s. So now going next, what is going to happen? How should we prepare for such a situation? Because it's going to affect everyone. It's going to increase the inflation, and it's going to bring down, and trying to reduce inflation by increasing interest rates is going to be one of the stimulating reasons for this crash to exacerbate or to increase. So first of all, I am not a cryptocurrency skeptic. In fact, I've also predicted the highs in cryptocurrencies, because there are some people who always have doomsday predictions for cryptocurrencies, but I'm not part of that particular thought. I do not subscribe to that view. In fact, I believe that every single asset has a market cycle. There's an up, there's a down, and I found that it does correlate significantly to the astrological positions. So by no means am I a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency naysayer, and I see that blockchain has a very bright future. Decentralized finance has a troubled but yes bright future, but not now. So now is a time for a very strong correction, and the period of 2022 has very strong similarities to 2018. There are also some differences which could be significantly bringing down the value of this almost $2 trillion market. So where to invest during the crash? I think we'll wind up the video with this one important subject, as this is very urgent, and I would make a more detailed analysis explaining how I calculate this whole situation. So where to invest during the crash? Post 13th of April 2022, gold is going to get valued very well. Before that, there is going to be some volatility in the price of gold as well, which is going to be a little bit rare. But yes, this rare volatility in the price of gold is going to be there before 13th of April 2022. So cautious investments must be made, but people looking at long-term investments without significant risk in gold, please do invest in gold. At the present price doesn't matter, because gold is going to go up significantly. And I see that after 13th of April, both gold and silver, in fact silver on the upside, is going to go up significantly, and we're going to see another record high in silver prices, and this is going to happen after 13th of April 2022, and that's what astrology says. And this is because of Jupiter's entry into Pisces, which is a watery and cool sign and home to Jupiter himself. So Jupiter as a planet is getting a treat at his own place after a long period, and in August 2020 he was last in his own, that means Jupiter was last in Sagittarius, Aquarius, which is the powerhouse of Jupiter, thus increasing the gold price significantly, and it's coming back again after 13th of April. And I've been warning about this since months, and it's now coming very soon. 13th of April 2022, we're going to see a strong rise in these assets. And this is not only for investors. Again, I would like to stress that every common person should also invest in gold. And of course, the contents of this video do not constitute exact financial advice, but they are just they are just, of course, my research, and they're products of my research overall. So after 13th April 2022, at any point of time, investment in gold is going to be the best decision for any person, be it in a lower income status or be it higher income, any demographic group. Investment in gold is always good, and gold will glitter in 2022. I would like to just be very much precise and sure about it in today's video. So this is what we're going to see. Just summarizing it, the economy is not strong. The fundamentals are a little bit weak, and despite this weakness, the markets have skyrocketed, and it's time for them to come down to reality. And I don't mean they will crash down and come to zero as some reports state. I feel there is going to be significant problems overall, especially the geopolitical crisis we're going through at the moment. Ukraine, Russia, and so many more problems. I've talked about geopolitical crisis between March and April as well, for most people who have seen the videos, and it's coming very close. There might be a few, of course, the peace talks might end in a fiasco overall. There is going to be a significant escalation between March and April. We should watch out for that, and that is going to affect the economy. So it's all coming together now, with Mars and Saturn also being conjunct between March and April. And there is going to be a strong Mars and Saturn conjunction around the 4th of April, which will further increase the strength and the intensity of the problems we are going to face with regards to the economy. So yes, gold is one of the solutions. Silver is a bigger and better solution. And we also need to move to more safer assets and look at long-term investments. When is this going to get better? Well, this is a very important question, and I see that towards the end of 2022, the markets would start to improve. In fact, we should see marginal improvement even after, say, May or June 2022, and more details on this will come in my upcoming videos as well. So this is what I see for the economy overall, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ramachandra, Jai Shri Lakshmi Narasimha.